That was Nelly with Just a Dream. And speaking of Nelly, we are here in the studio with him. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. It's
That's
great to
good.
have you here.
Thank you very
And
much.
I have a few questions for you, obviously, because this isn't an interview. So
Mhm.
the first one I have is, have you been to Japan before? And
Mhm.
do you do military base tours often?
Um, well, yes, we've been to Japan. Definitely before. Japan has been a huge supporter of Nelly since day one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, First time really doing a military tour, but have we been on? Have we done military shows before? Yeah, but basically this is our first time really touring, like going from one military base to the
Okay.
next, to the next, to the next. But we've done military bases all across the U.S. and things of that nature. So, um, but yeah, again, Japan has always been a huge supporter of Nelly since day one.
Yeah. And is this tour is a military specific tour? Is that
Yeah,
okay?
definitely,
Okay, great.
definitely.
And what has been your favorite part about it so far when it comes to singing for the troops?
I mean, the whole thing of us being here is just to show our appreciation, basically. So people know the government doesn't pay a lot. It's not like we're over here raking it in, But it's just, again, it's just appreciation of showing basically everything that showing our appreciation for you guys and all the support and your service and getting a chance to come out and touch and basically, hopefully, if we can take you guys' minds off of things for a few hours or so, and
Yeah.
and give you whatever enjoyment we can give you for whatever's going on and encouragement, that's my pleasure.
Yeah.
It's my pleasure.
It's nice because it kind of helps us remember that can be a civilian too.
Of course, of
Uh,
course.
but you've got a very impressive career.
Mhm.
I did a little bit of research, so it's good to know who you're talking
Uh,
to. And what has been your favorite project? You've had many of them
mhm,
within music,
mhm.
movies, and other entrepreneurial ships like
Right.
clothing. So which one has been your favorite?
I think music has been the biggest thing for me. Because that's where it all started. That's where my heart is, where my heart started, where probably will always be.
Yeah.
I think everything else probably came along with it, and those are appreciated as well.
Mhm.
Those are dreams that came along with being in music, and hopefully you could graduate to. So getting to do TV and movies and things like that, those are dreams that could only have happened through the success of the music.
Yeah.
So again, it comes back to the music. So performing and making albums is what we love to do.
Yeah. And so what that kind of leads me to why did you want to join the entertainment industry?
Music has always been in my house. From my father, my uncle, and my whole family. Maybe not to a level of being professional,
Hmm.
but definitely to a level of wishing to become professional. My uncle, he cut a record. It didn't do as well as maybe some of my
Yeah.
records, but in our house it did. In our house, that thing went platinum. It was huge for us, and I celebrated. And I looked up to my uncle, and he was one of the first ones to get me involved in music and singing and things of that nature. So he's no longer with us. So, but I always cherish that.
Yeah. And so that also kind of ties in with where do you draw your inspiration from and what influences you? So I guess when I say that, I mean when you're writing music and you're thinking about the words, where do
Right.
you get your inspiration?
Well, again, if you know anything about music, music is life. Life is music, and you draw from everything. You draw from everything. You draw from your experiences. You draw from other people's experiences. You draw from things you dream about, things you wish upon, tragedies, accomplishments, anything that goes on. It can be put into music. And life is rhythm, and rhythm is life.
Yeah. And just another question, how do you think the music industry is different from now than from when it was when you first started?
Besides every facet of music.
Yeah.
Obviously, the internet has changed not just music; it's changed the way we live. Period. And music is one of those entities that has taken, you know, some good, a lot of bad.
Yeah.
But music won't be stopped. So in that situation, it's hard to put in the context upon which you see it. It depends on where you are. If you're coming into music now, then the internet is the best thing that ever happened to you, somewhat, because you get a chance to get your music out. If you look at such things, I was looking at your poster here as far as American Idol. I don't think that happens without the internet.
Yeah.
I don't think that show happens without the internet. Um, you get a chance to get your music out to be heard. When I started, I mean, you had to have your CDs in the trunk of your car, and you had to physically be at every location, handing them out, passing them out, talking to people, and hoping that they play it. Now, with social media and everything, is as long as you can build up your social media base, regardless if you have a record deal or not, you can build up a fan base. And therefore, sometimes that helps. So when you go get a record deal, it helps your negotiations. It helps your music when it comes out because you already have a fan base.
Yeah. And I do know you have a huge fan base because we've been getting a lot of calls because we are doing the meet and greet giveaways, and they were really excited about it, the people on base. So
I appreciate it.
Yeah. What are you currently working on? You are on a few TV shows. Nellyville, I've heard, that's newer. What is that show about?
Nellyville is it's a reality show, but what it is it's something that I feel that hasn't had a chance to be shown in television. Like when I enter into things, I like to enter into things that's not being shown, things that I feel is not a stretch for me. I like to walk a straight line. So whatever I do in business, I like for it to fall inside that straight line to where I don't have to veer off left or right. I can continue to my path. And that's what Nellyville allows me to do, as showing me being a single father, raising my 2 kids along with my sister's 2 kids that passed. And from a father being in hip-hop, I think we don't get enough credit sometimes for the fathers that are in our children's life, not just financially, but, mentally and spiritually, in a sense. I take being a father very, very seriously. I love my kids with all my heart. And I thought that was something that wasn't being shown. And we were able to do that, get that show out there. And it's been received very, very, very well on BET, as a lot of people know. And just moving along, Real Husbands of Hollywood, also with my man Kevin Hart and Boris Kojo and a host of other characters. It's really, really good. It's a lot of fun.
And I do know that you have a few charities that you work with. Which ones do you currently work on? Well,
right now we do a lot of work with Make-A-Wish, but we also Just Us for Jackie, where we get people signed up on bone marrow stem cell registry. The For Sure for Kids is something that we were doing as far as getting the youth involved in a lot of the things that we were doing in my neighborhood. I just try to bring awareness wherever possible.
Yeah.
Again, bringing awareness to leukemia and cancer is something that's dear to me because obviously I lost my sister in 2005. So that's something that we definitely try to encourage people to do. And Make-A-Wish does that a lot, but they also deal with children on that level. So that's a bonus for me.
Great. And I know you're going to have a great show tonight just by...
Oh, you know that, huh?
Yeah. Well, I've heard great things from your other shows. I've got some friends that have gone to them, and they liked it. Yeah.
Right.
So do you have anything you wanted to say to all the troops that you haven't already said?
Oh, well, I can't say it enough. It's thank you for your service. Thank you for allowing me to, do what I do, because without you guys, I'm not here. I'm not Nelly.
Yeah.
And I don't know how big you guys understand how big that is for us. So me being here is definitely my pleasure. And getting a chance to perform tonight is something that we're very, very excited about doing. And, hopefully they enjoy me. Hopefully I don't let them down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I look forward to it.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll enjoy it. We don't get a whole lot of people coming up here. It's a little bit secluded.
Well, don't worry about it. I'm going to spread the word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll appreciate it.
No
So the tickets are being given out at 5 p.m. at the clubs. So this is a free show. So show up at 5.
Yeah, show up at 5.
Yeah.
Get the free. You know what I'm saying?
Ticket.
Get your tickets.
And it's a first come, first serve. You don't have to wait there the whole time after you get your ticket, because the doors do open at 8 p.m.
Oh, yeah. It's a little chilly out there, too, so
it
be
is
careful.
Yeah, and so there's no assigned seats. It's general admission. You get there early. You get your the seat you want.
I have a
so.
feeling somebody's going to get there at 5 and stay.
I'm sure it's going to
They're
happen.
prepared with a bag of lunch and everything.
Yes. And so the show does start at 9 p.m.
Right.
So, yeah.
I'm prompt too, people. I'm there. I don't have anywhere to go. I'm here. I'm on base.
So I hope you have a great show.
I will.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Oh, my pleasure, sweetheart. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So we're going to go into a Nelly song. And then,
how about that?
Yeah.
Go figure.
It's the song that I remember, the first song that I remember hearing of yours.
Okay.
It's Hot in Here with Nelly.
There it is.